stakeholders. So who will conduct it? Stakeholder analysis, either the black belt or the green belt. And you will take inputs from your team and update. So who all are your stakeholders? People who are responsible for the final decision. People who are deciding whether, okay, you have said you must do this bit, you must do automation. Here you said you must hire more people. Here you said you must hire only graduates. I am the process owner. I will decide whether this is okay or not. So that person is also your stakeholder. Then like recent, there can be a different person who's the process owner and a different person who's the business head. Business head will influence the process owner, yes or no? Will the business head not have an influence? Will your CEO not have an influence on the process owner? So sometimes they are also your stakeholders. If your CEO or your CFO is against your project, do you think your project will succeed? It may not, right? They may be against, they will say, no, don't do this. Then there goes your project. Then finally, there are people who are affected by the project outcome. So if you are doing the project, because of that, who is going to be affected? Now, for example, you are doing a project on external quality for what the vendor is saying and all that. The vendor may not agree to it. Whoever are the dealers, they may not agree to certain changes. Suppose you are going to implement certain changes at the dealer's end. So they are your stakeholders. You must make sure they are also against or for your project. You must find out. And when do you do stakeholder analysis? Very important point. When will you do? Only in define phase and improve phase? All the phases. Stakeholder analysis is done in all the phases. Very good. So let's write it in our notes. So that is the last cap tool. What is the last cap tool? Stakeholder analysis. Okay, stakeholder analysis. What will you do here? Stakeholder analysis. You will identify all the stakeholders, and they can be people who will approve or responsible for final decision. People responsible for final decision. People who can influence the decision maker, then people who are impacted by the project. Okay, by the project. You will map the stakeholders. You will try to decide whether they are strongly supportive, neutral, against, or strongly against. This is how you will strongly against the project. This is how you will define how they are standing with respect to your project. Stakeholder analysis has to be done at the end of every phase, or rather during every phase of the project. This is how you will do it.